Hey everyone, this is Geekettes Chat, and we are here to review Enola Holmes.
What's up?
The plot is basically Enola Holmes, played by Millie Bobby Brown, is a teenage girl who turns 16 and her mom goes missing. So she calls in her famous brother, Sherlock Holmes, played by Henry Cavill, and what's the other brother? I forgot his name. Mycroft Holmes. Sam. What's his last name? Sam.
Caliph.
There you go.
Calvin.
The guy from Hunger Games.
Excuse me, the cutie from Hunger Games.
Okay. Sorry. And of course, Mycroft is like, no, she needs to be a standing young woman. Whatever that means. You know, because she like learns how to fight from her mother, who's played by Helena Carter. Who's the mom's name again? Forgot. Enola Holmes, the one who goes missing. So the mom basically teaches her at home until she goes missing until she's 16 to learn how to fight. You know, science, read all these books and blah blah blah. But Mycroft is like, no, you got to be a young lady to get ready for marriage and kids and all that stuff. You know, yeah, sure. And and Henry Cavill's character Sherlock Holmes he's more understanding, but he's still like I guess distant from his family and from her. So
distant from her, so he's really reserved in the beginning.
So he doesn't want to take, I guess, responsibility.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's based on these. It's a children's book by Nancy Springer. It's the screenplay, but it was written. I looked it up by John Thorne, and I was like, where did I hear that name from?
Yeah, where?
And I was like, oh yeah, he was the one that wrote that 8 Harry Potter book that was shitty.
Damn.
No, that book was not good.
Damn.
That one, the Cursed Chop. No, I don't know how the Broadway play is or how it is on Broadway and stuff.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, but that book was it was a hot mess. I'm sorry, it was not good.
All right.
That screenplay. Oof. Okay. Anyways,
who's the director?
The director is Harry Barbier. Sorry, you don't even names, man. I was like struggling. Sorry about that. And of course, it's the production company is Legendary Entertainment. But of course, Netflix bought it because with everything going on theaters closed. It's like, okay, let's put these movies in home screens and streaming, which is understandable and smart. I know some of you people want to put your movies in theaters, and I'm like, I ain't going. That ain't happening.
Not me.
Till we have a vaccine, I ain't going to no movie theaters. And even then, I'm going to be like, And I love movies, but nah, man. And so it's not even because of the... This is the thing I've noticed about, like, sorry I'm going off a tangent, snooty, like, film reviewers or, like, viewers who are just, like, do reviews and stuff. They're like, oh, it's not a real movie unless it comes out in movie theaters. And I'm like,
ew.
Yo, shut the hell up.
Ew.
That's not true. Because, A, that's very, like, stupid. Because I've seen a lot of damn good movies on Netflix. Way better than the movies that come on in the screen. Or like, or on Hulu or anywhere else on any streaming, like you get to see international films that you don't get to see here.
Yeah,
and they're damn good or great, better than some of these American movies. So that's snooty and stupid and wrong. And I started noticing that, and I was like, ew, no. Also, it's also about the fact that some people have disabilities and they can't go to movie theaters, and they only could go watch movies in their house, in their home, and in the privacy of their home. And we gotta stop being also like very this movie's great or this movie's good because of this. If the movie makes you happy and you're having a good time, then the movie's good. And you're loving it. And that's all that is important. I realize I have to stop listening to people because I start judging movies on what other people say.
I've noticed that.
I know. And I gotta stop that because they could be wrong. And most of the time they are wrong.
And you just follow your own perspective on how you see the film.
What brings you joy from it. Have to realize that, like, this movie brings you joy, then it's a freaking great movie. And that's the important thing.
Well, As it so happened,
I need to realize
Enola Holmes actually brings me joy, and
yeah,
I will tell you
cute
why.
Movie.
It's set during the 1884 and during this Victorian era, and during this time the suffragettes are fighting for the voting right, for women's voting rights, and I think that's a great thing to have in the film. And I think this particular story is actually based off one of the books. And so it's like, she is up against this, this setting. Here's a 16-year-old woman, or 16-year-old girl, who technically becomes a young woman at this time, old enough to get married, have kids and all that. But she's brought up like a boy, in a sense. And what I mean by a boy is doing all the activities that boys did during the Victorian era, which women usually embroidered, I don't know.
Get ready to get married.
Play musical instruments or like sing.
Get ready for kids.
So Shirley talked about everything that she was doing and what her mom was teaching her. So I really like how they begin the story with her and her mother, and how they're showing those different scenes of her mother just giving her this tutelage. Like, she doesn't go to school, she teaches her everything that she knows, and I think
she's really bright and smart.
Bright, yeah. And then her name alone is a foreshadowing, right? And here's a little plot spoiler here. Like, her name means alone, right? And backwards. And so what that is for me, when I specifically saw it, I was like, alone, what does that mean? And when I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, now I get it. Throughout the movie, although the Holmes brothers are there in bits and spots in the movie, not throughout the whole film, but you can see them here and there, she is doing the story, she's carrying the story really by herself, and she's doing the clues by herself, alone. And so I thought that was amazing, that they put that little foreshadowing in the beginning of the story, kind of to tell the whole who she is, in a sense, like that she's not only finding her mother, she's also finding herself. So that's pretty awesome about the story. Yeah. And I always love stories where the girl is like a tomboy. So in the story, you see her as a tomboy dressed up in boys' clothes and pretty dresses and stuff like that. So it goes back and forth.
Yeah, and like you said, the brothers are not really in it. Henry Cavill's fine as Sherlock Holmes. I thought, And the other... Why I keep on forgetting his name? The other one, I'm like... Mycroft.
Mycroft. It's because I know Sherlock Holmes for so long. It's just like...
it's easier to say. Yeah, even though I knew that he had an older brother. Which is weird how, like, Sam... What's his name? Sam Claflin? Yeah.
The cutie.
He's the older one?
Even
though Henry Cavill's older? Not by much, though. I think there's just a couple years apart. Yeah. So, but it's just interesting. But he did look older, though. I guess they made him look older. But he was not bad.
He's actually really good at character, and I think that he was able to really portray this role very well. Like, for me, I really felt him to be an anti-villain. Right? Going against what Enola's mother, education for her, and making her independent, where he was like, let's send her to finishing school and get her married, and he was totally against it. So for me, he was really an anti-villain in this story, and I think he portrayed that really well. I think he was a more interesting character than Sherlock Holmes, which I think that they did that intentionally. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, because he was the supportive brother, though, which was good to see Sherlock Holmes
kind
be
of like
supportive.
The supportive. You kind of see
he was distant, but he was getting there to be supportive compared to Minecraft or whatever it is.
Minecraft. Yo, we're gonna get it one day. Anyways, who
was the love interest?
The love interest was Louis
I guess he was
Partridge, which his character name is Lord Viscount.
Yeah, Triscount, something like that.
Tweaksbury? And I got that right. I bet you $1 million. Honestly, the relationship between them, I think, is so nice. I really think that they played off each other really well. And they have this kind of...
Yeah, they were cute.
I don't know how to explain it, but like this charming chemistry between them that wasn't too like... Not like they had kind of an interest in each other in a way towards the end, but it wasn't really too flashy. There was just like these really subtle moments between them that made them really like, you can see that the attraction was there, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I really like that part about the movie. And because I just like it because it's like teens, being teens and not having to feel like they have to act like adults.
I would say the countryside, very beautiful.
Yeah.
London, not so much.
London, no, but I think the set designs were perfect.
No, so that's good.
Yeah, there were though some scene shots that felt really
very
animated.
CGI.
Yeah, animation, like you were watching
it was
an
like
animation
really
movie.
CGI, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it kind of threw off the balance of that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it too. It was
Okay,
like,
the fourth wall stuff kind of threw me off.
the fourth wall.
I did not like that shit.
I actually didn't think it was so bad. I honestly
It wasn't that
thought
bad.
That
It wasn't that bad.
Like her constantly breaking the fourth wall, talking to us and all that.
Yeah.
But sometimes she was just, turn her head into the camera and be like, giving us a stare, like, please, bitch.
That was
And
actually
that
really-
was actually really cute. So I'll take that.
No. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's just me and fourth wall stuff. I'm like, even Deadpool, I was like, so I just never liked that stuff. That's just my thing. But no, it's a really cute movie. It's fun. It's a cute, fun afternoon movie you could just watch with your kids.
Fun.
It's a children's
Yeah.
movie.
It's a kid's movie,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah. Millie Bobby Brown was actually really good. I forgot to mention that. She's the lead.
She is actually really good. She carries the character really well.
Yeah, she has
Entertaining.
charisma. She's
She definitely
cute.
has
She's
charisma.
fun, like she's just like, yeah. Yeah, she was carrying the film.
Mm.
And, Helen Bonham Carter is Helen Bonham Carter.
Honestly, okay, so although I've seen this Helen Bonham Carter before in other movies, I really enjoyed it in this one.
Yeah.
Right?
She was very calm and very
calm,
like
but very like strict too.
strict, but also like she wasn't as quirky. Let me tell you, being quirky is great, but she being quirky a lot in a lot of her ex-husband's Tim Burton movies, and I'm like, that's like, so it was nice to see her just calm.
Yeah.
Not like bugged out.
Yeah.
Which is okay, it's fine, but like when she does it all the time, it's kind of like, huh?
Okay, so you think it was like extra? Yeah, maybe, because I've seen her act like this in other films. But I see what you're saying, that it was like
I just always seen her being quirky in films.
Okay. All right, I see what you're saying.
Always. Do like Fight Club and like all the Tim Burton movies. Like she's always like that. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She's a good actress.
No, I love her. Yeah, I love
she's
her.
really damn good. Like, but just saying, it was nice to see her something different.
Spoiler alert. It was really nice to see the ending with her and her daughter.
I was like, is that gonna get wrapped up? Because I'm like, why are we sitting here?
Right?
It's like, wait, this started as that and then went into like with the Lord guy and his storyline and stuff.
And the storyline for the Lord, which was the most confusing one.
That was confusing, to be honest.
So a part of the movie. I thought they could have done a better job actually like giving clues as to what, but towards the end of the movie I was still like,
I was confused
what
by
are
the reform vote.
They were showing a lot of newspapers, right?
Like, what's going on?
Throughout the film, they were showing like saying that the Lords are gonna go vote, right? And I'm like, what are they voting for? And then some guy screams out, vote for all men, and I'm like, what is going on? Because then they show the suffragettes theme, and something about that, and I'm like, are they voting for women's rights, or they're voting, what are they voting? And so I actually had to do a little research to find out what the heck were they voting for. And so it turns out that it's a reform act that was in 1884 in Britain that allowed men who are landowners in country and other men to vote, because only men in town were allowed to vote at that time. So I think where this becomes important to the women is that this idea that if all men can vote, the next movement or forward movement is to women to vote as well. So I think that's why they were also behind it in the story, even though they didn't really play it out that way.
They didn't display that storyline that well.
No, they didn't.
They did it with the woman suffrages. I wish they went into that a little bit more.
Right, or at least explain
what
the reform bill, what they were talking about.
Unless it's going to be a franchise and they're just going to explain it more because these are books.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Maybe that's when they're gonna expand it, I guess.
I mean, it is confusing. I have to admit that, but it doesn't take away too much.
It doesn't.
Film,
It doesn't.
actually.
It doesn't.
So
it doesn't take away. It's a fun movie.
Decide to see it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Out now.
With your children, go see it. Yeah. It's on Netflix. You can stay home.
Stay home, but go see it.
You don't have to go in the theater.
Don't go to the park and watch it on your phone.
No. Never see a movie on your phone, especially for the first time, because you gotta catch the details. That's what makes a movie, man.
Yeah.
The details.
Details. And we were trying to catch them.
Yeah.
So much so that I went back and looked at those newspaper clippings or the newspapers, and I was like, what is this? Lords vote for blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, wait, doesn't say anything about women. And I was like, oh, let me look at the date. And I was like, 1884. I was like, whoa. And I had to think of like, when did the women? And then I realized it's not the same date.
Forgot. We
it's not the same. It's not the same date. So I'm like, I had to go back and look at like in depth about what the heck the Reform Bill was about. But I finally found it. So, anyways,
that was like all around. So yeah, that's Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes.
Yeah, check it out if you want.
Check it out. Our next review. Can I go into that?
Yeah.
Our next review is going to be The King. It's a K-drama on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to review this for such a long time, yo. But somebody.
She's looking to kill me. Man, look, man.
Anyways.
You know you go back to your old shit. Like, you're just like, let me just watch this episode again. And I go back.
It looks good, though. And I like the lead actor, Lee Min, I believe his name is. Anyways, I've seen a bunch of
cute.
shows.
Is he the lead?
He's the lead.
He's cute.
The lead. He's definitely cute. And so check that out. And then this October, we're going to be doing all reviews on horror films. Horror shorts, horror films, horror TV shows. Get ready for that. If you're into Halloween.
That's going to be
if you consider horror movies.
Also, it's my birthday.
And it's my sister's birthday.
In October.
Woo-hoo!
Halloween. So.
Yeah. So, if you want to see any of those things, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Like our video if you like it, and comment below if you got anything to say about the
what
movie.
you want us to review.
Any ideas on what should we be reviewing next? Oh my god.
There's a lot of stuff to actually review.
So,
people say there's not, but there's actually a lot.
If you're thinking about watching Enola Holmes. If you're thinking about watching Enola Holmes, definitely comment below, or if you already have it, tell us what you like about it. All that good stuff.
Thanks for watching.
Anyways, peace.